So I'm going to show you what I started with. This is a decor piece. I got it at the Dollar Tree. And what it is a pressed cardboard. And I liked the design as an ornament, but I wanted to take it to the saintly inspirations that I'm trying to bring you. So it's a cute decoration with the snowman and let it snow. How can we change this into something that brings our faith into our home? So I'm going to use that. I've got my gold metallic paint. This is folk art paint. I buy it at Walmart. And this happens to be the pure gold color. And I'm going to use this piece. It's actually a stationery. And I've had it for a couple of years. And it's a nice card. And I thought this would be a great centerpiece for this ornament. So let's go ahead and remove this silver top piece of the ornament. So I'm just taking a little screwdriver and I'm just lifting it up. It shouldn't be that hard to remove so that we can get it ready to paint the ornament itself. So it's just lightly glued down because we want to attach it back after we are done. So that was relatively easy to do. So that's step one. So what you're going to want to do, my friends, is after you remove this, you're going to turn the ornament around and you're going to paint this side, the back side of the ornament. I found this out because I had painted the front side and there was too much of the original paint showing through. So I didn't want that. So if you go ahead and you use the underside, it really doesn't make much difference because you're going to be covering it with the paint, and the paint is really going to adhere that much better because you're on a blank surface. So I'm going to give it 2 coats with this gold metallic. Okay, so the decor ornament is painted, and now I have my hot glue gun ready to go. So my next step is going to be to place my dove Christmas design in, and I have to kind of move it around. So see where it looks the best on your ornament if you're doing something similar to this. Remember, this is going to be glue gun back up on top. My thought was going to be to put some wording, and I happen to have these stencils that I had gotten also at the Dollar Tree. So I was going to put the word peace down at the bottom. So I think I'm going to bring this down though a little bit. Let's keep that there without gluing it first. And let's see about the letters. So if we put P-E-A-C-E, that will give us enough room to do it. So that's what I would suggest, is to have an idea and not tack down everything until you have had a chance to step back and look at it. So I think this is the right positioning for this. So I'm going to go ahead, before I try to move this, I have to move this over a little bit. Now, we will want to go ahead and glue this design down, and it's double-sided, so I'm not going to use all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and separate the two sections. And I'm again going to find the middle, take a little glue, I'm going to go ahead and place this down, and of course step back and make sure that it is right where I'd like it to be. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and glue gun, hot glue the top of the ornament back on. So I just love the Dollar Tree. I find so many nice pieces, and if for some reason you're working on something and it just doesn't turn out the way you've planned, you haven't spent a lot of money, so you don't feel that you've wasted the material. Okay, now my next thought was going to be taking some of the evergreens that I happen to have. This is from a Dollar Tree Christmas tree, and I thought it would be nice to use it as an accent piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, and I'm going to twist it as a little bit more of an accent piece. Now I had the envelope for this particular card, and it had the dove on it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out because I'd like to use this as an accent as well. So this is all creativity. I'm just showing you my ideas right now. Hopefully this will inspire you to make something beautiful with things you may already have. So I thought that might be pretty to add maybe off to the side somehow. I'm going to go ahead and cut the actual dove out. I did go ahead and cut the dove out. We're just going to put this second dove. Did you know I have doves? Maybe if you're new to my channel, you weren't able to see the doves or hear the doves. There was a video that I did that I actually talked about the doves that I have. So that really looks good. Now I'm going to get some extra ribbon and we'll add that on. Okay, as I was picking up the scraps of paper, I noticed that that same envelope had another evergreen bough with pine cones and the bows just like this one, and I didn't want to just throw it away, so I'm actually going to use it down at the bottom underneath the word peace, because I think it's just too blank at the bottom. It just needs something, and that's the wonderful thing about doing DIYs, creating for yourself. You really need that time, and I suggest if you're going to do any project, make sure that you have enough time, or just do it in segments, because sometimes if you're trying to rush through it and you feel hurried and stressed, our creativity is stifled. We really can't express ourselves as we would have if we weren't under so much pressure to do it. So there are times that I need to work on projects like this in increments, maybe a half hour here or 45 minutes when I get some extra time. So I go in stages, but today happens to be a day that is set aside for doing something like this. So I'm going to pull this up so you can see it. So I thought possibly we could add this at the bottom. Again, a little bit of the glue. Find the center. Okay, I happened to go to look for my ribbon, and guess what I found, my friends? I found some old tags that I had, and I found 2 tags that have the wreath with the dove that is similar. So I thought we could add them as accent parts on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those, and then we will see how that looks. So don't get rid of some things that you might have. As a crafter, I always try to think about, maybe I'm not using it now, but maybe in the future there's going to come a time when I'm looking for something that just might need a little extra touch. So we could do something like that on each side. So, well, maybe something like this. Putting one down here and putting one down here. Trying to center it just to fill it out a bit. I just think it needs some greenery. And I'm going to go ahead and add some ribbon as well. Okay, so I just happen to have this curling ribbon, and I'm just taking a few pieces. I'm going to go ahead and remove one of those. So I set it up on my dresser, and I really like it as it is. I'm just going to leave it alone, and I think that it can fit in nicely. And of course you see the statue of the Blessed Mother, and I have this beautiful icon as well of Mary and Jesus. So this is just hopefully going to inspire you to take something inexpensive and turn it into a beautiful piece for your home that can welcome the holidays and welcome Jesus as the Savior of the world. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace and love.